Hey, what's going on, everyone? Figured just to give you a little update on the Red Rocket here and a bunch of my other projects. My truck and my Cutlass, the $50 260 Olds that I picked up. It's almost running. I've got a little bit more work to do with the carb and stuff, but I'll hopefully get some video up on that soon. Right now, the Alero's just daily driver. Haven't really done a whole lot to it. I did get out to the track with it. Didn't really go any faster, but the weather conditions were a little different than when I ran it last. I did change my catalytic converter not too long ago. I'm thinking that might have been part of my problem. It goes a lot better now after doing that, so I think it might have been plugged a little bit. It was setting a code, so got a high flow MagnaFlow one on there now. It even sounds a little better than it did before. I will insert my track videos in here just so you guys can see actually how the car was doing. Hopefully get it back out in the spring again. As soon as the track opens, I'll get some more passes before I do anything else to it really. I'm looking to do some ported heads. I'll probably do a video on just doing a budget set of heads that you could do at home for fairly cheap with basically a drill and some sanding rolls, and maybe a valve upgrade on it too. Other than that, I'll probably do the heads on this, maybe port the 3500 plenum, do a ported lower. I'll just run it like that and see what kind of power we can make there, and then I'm going to most likely swap in the 3900. So really want to get that out and going this year, because it should work pretty good. So the truck, I managed to get out to the track at least once this year. Worked alright. It was about 7 pounds of boost. I noticed that it's dropping to 6 pounds boost in the top end. It's kind of like laying over. It's not really pulling very hard. So I figured that's mostly, I was looking at the logs, I believe that's a lot to do with the tune. The fuel goes really rich, drops down like 10.5 when it's in third under boost. So need to work on the tune, get that sorted out, try it again. Wasn't too bad, I guess, for the first outing. Managed a 1584 at 84.5 mile an hour. Would have liked to have seen the 8th mile, but it wasn't printing that day for some reason. Wasn't a great day to really test and tune anything either, because there was a couple hundred cars at the track. It was a No Club, I believe, was there, is what they call themselves. So there was a huge turnout with that, and lots of people breaking stuff on everyday cars. So this thing, I'll probably end up doing some headers for it. I want to build some headers. I got a intercooler that I want to try to install. I'm going to do that over the winter here. Also probably do a poured and polished top end on it. I have a set of heads all done already, so I'll probably swap those on. I just got to do the lower intake. I also have this intake here that I'm going to try out. This one's for a 3400 Equinox. Apparently it's supposed to be the best flowing from what I've read online, but I haven't flow tested myself yet, so I don't know. But it looks like it should flow a lot better with the central inlet on the plenum itself, and quite a bit of volume there. Big inlet for the throttle body too. I'm going to do some porting on it first, because there is quite the sharp edge. I don't know if you see that there. It's kind of hard to see, but the edges on the ports are fairly square, so I want to do a little bit of porting on that. Bolt it on, try it, see if it makes any more power, and which it should. Nice thing about this is I have lots of hood clearance. That's why a lot of people aren't able to run this intake, is due to hood clearance issues. I don't have that problem on here, as you can see. You can almost get that on top there and close the hood with it on top, so might make some spacers as well, just to raise the intake up a little higher, get a little more runner length out of it, which is usually good for some torque. So other than that, yeah, so intercooler, headers, this plenum, that'll probably be a start, and then I'll probably do the heads, intake, and that's probably as far as I'm going to go with this. I really want to swap to probably a 3500. I'm working out a deal with my buddy on one right now. Probably have a build coming up for his Alero. We're talking about building a 3400 bottom end for him. That's high compression, so I'll probably do a video on that stuff too. I'm still kind of sorting things out with him, so I don't want to go into too much detail. So the Cutlass, I'll be building some manifolds for it soon. I got these flanges that are they look like they're plasma cut. It cost a little bit of a fortune after they finally got up here from the US with shipping and duty and everything, so I might build like a shorty header, or I'll end up just doing like a log manifold. I was going to use the 307 headers, or the manifolds, for my turbo setup, but I'm not really liking how they're looking, so just because the ports are smaller and everything than these ones are, so they don't kind of clear the port nice enough on the bigger small block stuff like the 350s and whatnot. So so I'll be doing the header soon. It's almost running. I'm going to do some more videos once the weather's a little better. Right now it's like minus 15 outside and feels like minus 30 with the wind chill and everything at night, so it's not really fun for working on the car. But once I get it fired up, and I'll start on these headers and whatnot. So other than that, thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe and keep up to date on all these projects I got going on. hopefully we'll have a lot of decent content coming this year with the projects I have and a bunch of other cars I'm working on and everything. So yeah, thanks.